What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner, 2018 Innovation Award winner, given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association, and I host the only online show in the world for fathers and dads. It's sponsored by Dove Men Care. It's also co-sponsored by Dad Central, Canada's national fatherhood organization, and I am the board chair for the Global Food and Drink Initiative, which is a multimedia not-for-profit that promotes Blacks in the diaspora that are doing their thing in food, wine, and travel. As always, I like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. And I'm the home of Epic Conversations and the host of Epic Conversations. Usually I have to my right or to whatever direction Ryan Knight with me today, but it is a long weekend in our area this weekend. It's a Simcoe day, so Ryan has the day off. So he asked me last night, do you want to take today off or this? I said, well, I'm either going to run a replay or go live. And I said, you know what? Let's go live. Probably in the future, we'll probably do some replays, but let's go live today. So here I am. Hope everyone's doing well and keeping safe. What I thought I'd do today is just catch up on some things that have been going on in my world or in the world over the last few days. So let's touch base. One of the best things that happened yesterday, probably the best thing that happened yesterday was yesterday, August 1st, was Emancipation Day in Canada. And for those who are not plugged in, Emancipation Day is a celebration of Black freedom in Canada. And for many years, a number of individuals, but I want to highlight specifically Rosemary Sadler, also Senator Wanda Thomas Bernard, Jean Augustine, and some others have been pushing to have this day celebrated in Canada. So congratulations to them, what they did. And what I'm going to do is just put up a story for you to watch, a media clip about Emancipation Day in Canada. So let's take a listen.
Across the country, August the 1st is Emancipation Day, a day that recognizes the end of slavery. It's taken a long time, 187 years to be exact, for this day to be officially acknowledged in Canada. And as CTV's Heather Butts reports, today's events were shaped by history.
Toronto's Caribbean Carnival has long been a celebration of diversity with an historic connection to emancipation.
We want to celebrate our cultural heritage, our freedom, and where we've come as a community.
And today, those celebrations extended across the country.
It is good to be out here today.
As communities gather to mark Emancipation Day, the end of slavery in the British Empire, including Canada.
It is about acknowledging and for people to really reckon with this idea that at some point Black people were inhumane and treated as property.
In 1834, the Slavery Abolition Act came into effect, freeing about 800,000 enslaved people of African descent. But this is the first year Emancipation Day has been recognized by the federal government.
When one's history is erased, when one's history is seen as not important enough to truly teach, then that sends a message of a devaluing of people of African descent in this country.
The national event was held online, encouraging Canadians to hold challenging conversations.
When we confront these uncomfortable truths, we create space for Black Canadians who live not only with the past trauma of slavery, but the current and repeated trauma of the anti-Black racism, discrimination.
Issues that became even more evident during the pandemic.
For many Black people in Canada, we have a sort of long history of challenges with many systems, but in particularly the healthcare system.
Barriers broken down at today's Emancipation Health Clinic in Toronto.
My parents came, in the 60s. They really had to fight for access to the healthcare system. So that legacy of enslavement really is manifested in many systems today.
Events this year were quieter because of the pandemic, but the conversation is far from silenced, and advocates hope this federal recognition leads to more action. Sandy?
Okay, Heather, thank you.
All right. So Emancipation
Today
Day.
is the
Whoops.
first nationally recognized.
Just get rid of that. Sorry about that. And there we go. So Emancipation Day celebrated in Canada for the first time and for many, many years to come. And looking forward to getting more input on that. Actually, if you want, I had a conversation with a gentleman named Robert Small yesterday on one of my programs, the Black Canada Talking, and we talked about Emancipation Day and other issues of concern for Black Canadians, past, present, and future. So just a little promo there. And like I said, it's really good to have, and I know some of the people, like I said, especially Rosemary Sadler, I've known for many years, and what an incredible moment. I spoke with her yesterday via phone, and she was very emotional in regards to Emancipation Day being finally recognized. And in light of what's happened over the last year and a half with the pandemic, George Floyd killings, it's been a challenging time for many Blacks, personally and professionally. Well, it's been challenging for hundreds of years. Let's put it right. Hundreds of years for Black Canadians. And let's hope this is the beginning of forward movement in a positive direction for not only Black Canadians, Blacks around the world, but everybody, the recognition. So that is story number one that Dr. Vibe thought was of importance over the last few days. And if you have any comments, please feel free to get in touch with me in regards to that. And like I said, if you have any show ideas for us, we'd love to hear them. So please email me at the bottom of the screen. There is my email address. So next up, big ups, our next story. Jamaican women sweep the 100-meter final in this year's Olympics. Now, this is a big story for me because I am of Jamaican heritage. And wow, what a moment. All three, first, second, and third, finishing in this year's Olympics. Let's just put the story up so you can catch it. So let's go here. And yeah, there we go. So, and that's actually from the Jamaica Gleaner. The Jamaica Observer, Jamaican Observer. And like I said here, Elaine Thompson, Hera, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, and Sherix Jackson. Incredible race. The ladies just did their thing and just made it happen. And the winner of the race actually broke, I believe it's a 33-year record of the fastest ever run 100 meters. And that is absolutely amazing. Now, a lot of celebration all around the world. My dad was proud. My family was proud. Everyone is proud. But I think the best celebration is the one that you're going to see right now. So this video is a classic, and I think it's going to become something that we're never, ever going to forget, or many of us. This will be a special moment. So let's go to this moment after the winning of the 100 meters. Now, just to cue this up, the winner's grandmother was watching the race live, and a media property covered the grandmother watching this live. So check this out. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it. So here we go.
One more victory, a banana grow. One more.
1, 2, 3, and victory. Just remember that.
Yes. If God be for us, who can be against us?
Yes!
Let it go, girl. Let it go. Let it go.
Yes!
Let it on.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you mean? Oh, you mean? Come on. Yes.
How you feel when
I
you
have
tell
to
me how
be
you
doing
feel?
it. I
How
have
you
to be
feel when
doing
you
it.
say you not tell me about prayer? Tell me.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Well, dear, we say, in the name of Jesus and the same God will lock the lion mouth and Daniel, I'm going to lock the lion mouth against my granddaughter Tokyo. What you talk about?
So we
Now
don't
watch no crowd, girl, what you gotta do for you. One more left. It's a go after than this.
So you're
Yeah,
talking about the 200 meter.
What you mean? What you mean? What me I pray for? Eh? Come on, my girl. You come. One more left. Daniel that. I'm God locking the lion mouth. Come on. That's up, boy.
So a classic video there. I'm telling you, celebrations in Jamaica and throughout the world with the ladies who did an incredible job during that run. So amazing. A proud moment for Jamaica, and a wonderful. I watched the race live. It was amazing. It's definitely unfortunately there was no one in the stadium during these Olympics, obviously because of pandemic, when the COVID rates are going up in Japan. So they had no one there, but another special moment. Now, unfortunately, Ms. Thompson did not do well in the 200 meters and will not be running in the 200 meters. Hey, but you know what? That's okay. Got one in. So that is amazing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of a break on the Morning Vibe. We're here on August 2nd, 2021, broadcasting live from Toronto. Beautiful morning outside. Like I wish I could just swing my camera and just show you sunny, no humidity, and it's a long weekend here in Toronto, but we are still broadcasting. All right. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break, and we'll come back after the break. We're gonna continue our Olympics talk. We have the Canadian women, soccer women, did a big thing a few hours ago. We're going to tell you about it up on the Morning Vibe. Keep it locked. We'll be back with you in just a moment. What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, and it is Black Canada. Okay, I think we're having some technical difficulties here, so let's just continue the show. I thought we'd be going to some stories, POVs that are of importance to them, or we showcase Black Canadians are doing their thing.
The real aspect of what goes on behind the walls or behind the fence is a totally different persona and a totally different picture.
There was just a big sense of relief when we finally got there.
We have to realize that everything we do is going to have an impact on probably a lot of people we don't even know.
One of the mandates of the CBC is to reflect Canada back to itself.
Not a lot of sustainable long-term movement that will affect economic change.
God bless, peace well, keep the faith, and walk good. Okay, we are back. Sorry for the technical difficulties this morning. We're having a little bit of challenge with the broadcast software, but we are back. Dr. Vibe here, August 2nd on the Morning Vibe. And as I said, Ryan Knight has the day off today. Well, let's go to another big thing during the Olympics. Check it out. Canadian women have done the unthinkable. Believe it or not. They have defeated the United States women in the semifinals in Olympic soccer. They beat them 1-0 earlier on this morning. And this is a huge win for Canada because the U.S. women's soccer team is one of those teams that is almost like invincible. Like I believe they lost earlier on in the Olympic tournament. I think it was their first loss in 44 straight matches. And the U.S. team went down to defeat this morning. So unfortunately, U.S. didn't get it done, but big ups to the Canadian women. Canadian women's soccer has been a strong program for many years, and this has to be one of their crowning moments right here. So big kudos to the Canadian women's soccer team on their victory this morning, and best wishes to them in the finals. Let's say go Canada. Let's go Canada. Let's go Canada. And one more thing before we shut it down on this morning's shortened version of the Morning Vibe, because it is a weekend. I like to say she's back. People don't know who I'm talking about? Well, let's put it up here. Simone Biles is coming back in the Olympics. This morning it was announced that she will be competing in the balance beam during the Olympics. And this probably is one of the biggest stories over the last, I say, week or so. Excuse me. And not only sports-wise, but socially, that Ms. Biles earlier on in the week, she was competing in an event and it didn't go right. She's known as the GOAT, the greatest of all time, which is a whole other conversation in that. And she seemed to claim that title, and she was not happy with her performance. And she pulled out of a number of competitions during this Olympics in the gymnastics. And it divided a lot of people. The majority, as she said, because of mental health, because of the pressure, she wasn't feeling right, and she pulled out. The majority of commentary that you're hearing out there is, hey, they understand, it can be a lot of pressure, etc. But then there's another side saying, well, you hold on a second. Pressure is part of the game. Why did you not push through? Was it just because you had a bad performance, you just quit? And a lot of people saying, well, hold on a second. You're also quitting on your team, because there's team competitions that she left also because of her exiting. Her team suffered. And a lot of people divided on this, a lot. There's also a group of people saying, hey, here we go again. Media being hard on Black women who are under pressure and admitting that, they can't live up to the pressure at times. Very, very interesting conversations. I listened to a lot of different commentary all through the week. And I'll tell you, firebrand of issue, but now Miss Biles has come back. So this again puts even more pressure on her, because she's known as the best, and a lot of people acclaim her as the best. Will she be able to live up to the pressure? She bowed out. Now she's coming back in. Best case scenario would be that she comes back and she just aces it. That could give her somewhat of a redemption, so to speak, in some people's minds, that, it was pressure and she came back and she nailed it. Let's pray, most importantly, for the mental and emotional health of Ms. Biles. More than anything else, Olympics, sports is a lot of pressure. Life is a lot of pressure. And, she has been through a lot. She was actually one of the young ladies that was also molested by a gentleman named Larry Nasser, who was an Olympic coach, who molested a number of women in the U.S. gymnastics program. So she has overcome a lot. We cannot question the lady's strength and emotional fortitude. She definitely has it. And for her to pull out must have been something significant. And we've got to believe her word. All we have is her word. But now she's coming back. It would be great to have her redemption, to come back and really ace her final competition. It could be the final competition of her career, because she has been around for a while. Like 24 is old in gymnastics. When it comes to gymnastics, 24 is old. It would be a wonderful send-off if she had a great competition, finished it off with a gold medal, and closed the door. That would be absolutely fantastic. So I'm sure the ratings will be high when she's performing in her final competition in the Olympics. And NBC must be very happy that they've got Simone Biles back. So that is what's been going on a little bit in Dr. Vibe's world that he thought that you should know about this morning. And as I said, we're doing a shortened version of the Morning Vibe this morning. Really appreciate everyone who's taken the time to watch us live on the replay. My apologies for any technical challenges. We appreciate. Now, a few things. If you want to watch replays of this show, you can go to my page, the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and Facebook, or you can go to the Afro-Canadian Business Network on Facebook to catch replays. And if you have any show ideas, again, please email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Love to get any show ideas. If you'd like to come on the Morning Vibe, would love to have you come on also. So that is it for this morning. Again, abbreviated version of the Morning Vibe. We will catch you on Friday morning with Ryan back. Myself this week, a number of things going on. I have got some work to do as always on all the different live conversations that I host. And today got a lot of work to do around the house, but I just want to say thank you everyone for all your support out of the Morning Vibe. It's appreciated, not taken for granted. This started as through a conversation Ryan and I had a few months ago, and we've been going steady Monday and Fridays ever since, and we appreciate it. We can't do it without you, and we do it for you. So it's appreciated and not taken for granted. So as we close out here, like to say, live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions, then aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. And most importantly, remember to give yourself grace. Appreciate it. Look forward to it. We'll see you on Friday and in between. And certainly touch base with me via social media. Just go to Dr. Vibe Show, the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook. It's you've seen the Dr. Vibe Show. Also on Instagram, the Dr. Vibe Show, and on Twitter at drvibeshow.com. God bless, peace be well, keep the faith, and walk good.